Is Alibaba Group Holdings close to a reversal point, or did the reversal already started? Let's look into it today behind the trade here. Welcome back to my channel. As usual, this analysis is based on 100% pure technical analysis approach. If you enjoyed this video and my other videos, I would really appreciate if you could subscribe and support the channel by clicking at the button at the bottom right part of the screen. Just a quick disclaimer before starting, I'm not a financial advisor and these are not financial advices, so these are just personal considerations based on my personal opinions and evaluations. So let's get it started. Let's start from the weekly chart. I would like to start drawing a very basic trend line, guys. So let's start from the low of September, the week of September 28th, 2015, and let's connect it to the second low of February the 1st, 2016. Okay, so I'm doing this here. And now let's extend this, let's extend this, okay? Perfect. So, first thing to note here, what is happening here at this level, at this 120 level? And is it just the case that the price bounced from this level in the previous weeks? No. It's not the case, and this is pretty evident by drawing this trend line here. So if we draw this trend line here, we see that at this level here, which will be the third touch of this long-term trend line of support, the price really, how can I say, felt this price area and reacted to it pretty strongly. Let's look, guys, also at the volumes here in this bounce, okay? We are talking about volumes above the average in the weekly chart in the last 2 weeks. So from December 27th until the week that just ended. Okay, so first consideration, guys, this is not the case. This is not a casual support area. And the technical analysis here, which is not just drawing geometrical shapes or fancy lines, it's helping us to understand why the market reacted in that way in that specific area. And we have this first feedback. So we know that the price is reacting here with volumes, because if we look at the volumes, we know and we understand that the market reacted pretty well with volumes which are increasing compared to the previous week. Okay, this is the very first consideration to be done. The second consideration is that there might be other two supports level and lines that helped the price to bounce, and the first one is definitely here at 109. Okay, why? We have this level here. Look, this level here is a level of support, and the price bounced perfectly here. The second level of support is given by the 120, and this is where this resistance area is on November 14th. Let's draw this other line. And we see that the price in the weekly chart, so with the weekly Japanese candlesticks, overcame and reacted very well from these two levels, which now become support. So these two resistance were broken and now are becoming support. So I would expect the price to have found a bottom, which I really hope. I'm definitely bullish on BABA. And let's look now at the daily chart. So we know from a weekly perspective that we might be very close to a reversal point. In the weekly chart, the area that I would very focused on is 130, okay? Because we have this level here of support, of resistance. So if we are able to break this 130 in a strong way in the next weekly sessions, might be this week, might be the next one, but in a weekly candle, then it means to me that from there we might really go back to more interesting levels. Now, guys, let's look at a daily chart. to see the price action in a different, let's say, in a more short-term perspective. So let's draw here this trend line here, which is connecting the lower highs. Okay, so this is what we have. Let's draw a parallel line to create possibly a channel, and we see that this is pretty well respected, okay, because we have this here. This was a, let's say, false down breakout, then here, and then here, and then we have this high here, 1, almost 2, 3, almost 4. Okay, and what I would expect now, personally speaking, is to see the price reaching again this higher part of the channel anytime soon. Let's go now to look at the RSI. So let's look at the relative strength index, which is indicating the strength of sellers and buyers, and let's see what the RSI tells us, and the MACD, which is a momentum indicator. What do they tell us? Thing number one, we are seeing lower lows in the price, as you can see here, but we are seeing flat RSI indicator, flat lows in the RSI indicator, okay, and I would say even higher lows in the RSI indicator. So very basically, let me make it bigger. We are seeing the price who is doing lower low, and we are seeing the RSI, so the strength in this case of the sellers, which is making higher lows. This is a bullish divergence, guys, which is confirming that, in my opinion, at least, again, just a personal opinion, we might be at a reversal point. The second and last thing is about the MACD. The MACD is approaching a cross of the two moving averages, and the histogram is almost going to become a green positive field. So these are two signs, guys, that make me think that we are close to a reversal point. I'm not focusing now on medium long-term targets. I'm just focusing on what might happen in a short term. Just the last thing before I close, I would like to have a look at the Bollinger Band indicator. I'm not using the Bollinger Band as a entry or exit point, but the Bollinger Band can give us an indication of what's happening in the short term. So the Bollinger Band is basically telling us what might be the volatility area of the price. So we have here in orange the 21 moving average, and we have the standard deviations here. What we're seeing now is that the price is being rejected from the lower part of the Bollinger Band. So we see the Bollinger Band in the lower part, this blue line. The price reacted from here and it's now headed to the 21 moving average. So for sure, in the short term, if I should share what my personal target would be in the very short term, definitely would be $147, because this is where the 21 moving average stands. Okay, and then from there we'll see how the price reacts, and we'll be looking into further targets for a medium and long term period. Thank you very much for watching, and please, if you like the video, subscribe. This will be very helpful for the channel, and have a great week.